everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting yet another reading vlog. I'm also joined with Daisy in the back. It was so nice of her to go sit like right in frame. You're so cute. But yes, today I'm going to be starting yet another reading vlog. I did start this vlog. Like, my intention with this vlog was for it to be a 24-hour readathon, like a classic 24-hour readathon, you know what I mean? And then I woke up this morning and I realized I didn't really want to do that. So we're scrapping that idea for the time being, but my intention with this vlog is still to do a lot of reading in a short span of time, just not all within today, because I have like other things that I want to do today. I have other things that I want to share, so we're just gonna do like a very reading heavy couple of days, but like it won't be as like stressful as a 24-hour readathon. Not that they're ever like stressful, but like it's just a lot of reading to do in one day. And that's just not really the vibe for me right now. So I do have a lot of books that I'm going to be reading in this vlog, but I do also have just a lot of fun stuff that I want to do in this vlog as well. So hope you guys are ready. I'm super excited. Let's talk about it. So I wanted to pick a TBR that I thought was full of really good summer books. Now I know it's not summer yet and I'm not exactly in the summer mood yet, but I did recently finish my semester, and every time I finish my semester, I feel like I need to jump into some fun summer reads. So I'm going to do that today. I feel like I have a really good TBR for this and I'm really excited about all of these. And none of them are like super long, so it feels like a doable amount of books to read within a short span of time. So let me show you the 3 books that I'm hoping to read and then we'll get into it. So a couple of these are on my May TBR, which is also really good. One of my intentions with the month is to read my TBR, obviously. So one of the main books that I really want to read is Wolfworm by T. Kingfisher. This is my Patreon buddy read for the month. We're gonna do like a whole spoilery live discussion at the end of the month, which should be really fun. But I'm just so excited about this book. We are following a scientific illustrator who ends up going to work for this entomologist. I think he's working with some weird bugs. That's all I know. I know this book is like a little bit gross. There's a lot of like bug, maybe body horror in it, which I literally hate bugs. Like, I hate bugs so much, but I kind of wanted to read a book that would gross me out a little bit. So I feel like this is just a really good pick. Why this is a good pick for summer, I don't really know, but like for me personally, it feels like a good pick for summer. Also, like horror for summer. I just really like horror for summer, so this should be really good. I am so excited about this one. Another like eco, I think this is like eco sci-fi horror. I don't really know what you would consider this book, but I would also like to try to read Annihilation. I'm not 100% sure if I'll get to this one, but I'd like to attempt to read Annihilation in this video. This is on my May TBR and my 2026 TBR, so it'd be really good if I could knock this book out. I'm not like doing terribly with my 2026 TBR, but I'm not halfway through it yet, and we are almost halfway through the year, so like I need to get going with that. So I'm gonna be reading Annihilation. Aside from the fact that we have like a group of scientific researchers going to this area called Area X, I don't know anything else about it. I feel like that's all I've ever known about this book. But from the cover alone, I feel like it'll be a good summary read. I don't know, but I'm excited about it. And then my last pick for the readathon is a little bit of a romance book, one that I'm so excited about, and that is Starshipped by Cat Sebastian. I went to Half Price yesterday specifically to pick this up so I could read it this week. Look at how beautifully this sticker is coming off. But this one is a romance about, I think, like 2 lead actors on a sci-fi TV show or something. So I thought that sounded fun. I've heard really good things about it. I've also just heard really good things about Cat Sebastian's romances in general. So I cannot wait to get into this one as well. It sounds super fun. I just wanted some fun, entertaining reads for the week, and I feel like these 3 are definitely going to fit that bill. Definitely, I feel like all of these are a little bit outside of the realm of what I normally pick up. Like, you know, sometimes I'll read these, but they're not my normal fare. And I'm really excited about that because I just want something different. So I'm going to be reading all 3 of these, hopefully within the next couple of days, and I'm super excited about all of them. So I'm thinking, what should I start with? I know I want to either start with Wolfworm or Starshipped. Maybe I'll ask my patrons. Maybe I'll give them a little vote and I'll see which one they think I should start with. All right, I did not post this in a very aesthetic way. I feel like I could have done it better, but I posted a poll and we're gonna see which one ends up winning. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for a minute. We'll come back to it at the end of the intro. But it's kind of looking right now like I'm probably gonna start Wolfworm first, which I'm very excited about that. But those are my reading plans for the next couple of days, but I do also have like, you know, some stuff, other stuff, as I normally do, that I want to do throughout the next couple of days as well. I know I want to make some sort of spread in my reading journal. I'm not sure what kind of spread yet. I might make one for this little, you know, like couple of days maybe. Can track my TBR. Maybe I could like track the number of pages that I read every day for the next 3 days or something. I feel like that could be kind of fun. I'm just in a bit of a journaling mood, so I might do that. I might update my Hobonichi. I know for sure what I want to do is I need to plant my propagations that I have sitting around my bookshelves. I currently have like 3 things no, I have 4 things, because I have one downstairs. I have 4 things of propagated leaves, so I really need to plant them in soil, so I need to go to like Lowe's or something and get some nursery pots for them. I would assume they just sell nursery pots. I've never looked, but I can't imagine they don't. So we're gonna do that, and I'm about to have like a million new little pothos plants, which I'm very excited about. I ended up propagating my cuttings in a different way than I normally do this previous time that I took cuttings from my plants, and they're thriving, let me tell you. Like even the propagations are growing new leaves, which I've never seen them do before. So I'm very excited to put them in soil and have like nice new pothos plants, which is great because I want plants everywhere in my apartment. So I'm definitely going to be able to do that with all of my cuttings. So that's kind of everything that I'm going to be getting up to in the next couple of days. I'm very excited to share it with all of you guys, so I hope you are excited as well. And we will jump into some reading and the results of my poll in just a minute, because before we get into some reading, I do quickly want to thank the sponsor of today's video, who is Pair Eyewear. I have worked with Pair in the past, so I'm super excited to be working with them again today. If you guys don't know, Pair is a super fun eyewear company that kind of offers a new customizable approach to wearing glasses. Basically how it works is you choose a base pair of frames like I'm wearing right now, and you can then buy these magnetic top frames that like magnetize onto them, so you can kind of like change up your look depending on what you're going for the day. Now, I know glasses are so expensive for like absolutely no reason. I have needed glasses since I was like 9, so like I know the struggle. But Pair is a really great affordable option because their base frames start at just $60. And it's also really easy and quick to order online. They even have a little tool on their website where you can kind of like try the glasses on so you can see how they look on your face via your webcam. And they also offer free US shipping and free returns. Now for my glasses, I ended up choosing the Otis frames in crystal clear, as you can tell, with these 2 magnetic tops in black and tortoiseshell, just because I thought they were really great classic options. Then they do also sell sun tops, so I got these all black sun tops as well. These are super nice because then you don't need to buy prescription sunglasses as well. And honestly, like all the colors that I chose were really basic, honestly, because I just feel like these fit my style a little bit better, but they do have a lot of really fun like colors and patterns that you can choose from for their little toppers, so that's really fun if you want to go take a look. So if you guys are at all interested in checking out Pair Eyewear, I would definitely recommend doing so. If you want, you can click the link in my description box to go shop Pair Eyewear, and you can use my code katieisreadingyt15 to get a free gift with purchase. So thank you so much to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring this video and supporting me and my channel, and thank you so much to you guys who are watching this video as well for always supporting me and my channel. Your support truly means the absolute world to me, and I'm so happy that you are all here. So with that, let's check the results of my poll. Let's see which book I'm going to be starting with. All right, so the lovely people have spoken. We are starting with Wolfworm. So I'm going to jump into some reading this morning. I'll probably also do some journaling this morning, and let's just have a great time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I'm sorry this intro has been so long. And let's just get into it. Alright, so I am back with a bit of an update for you guys. It is currently about 8:30 in the evening now. And do I have a ton of reading to show for the last 12 hours? No. However, I have really been enjoying my book, so like, does it really matter that much? Also no. I feel like I've just been getting so distracted today. Like, I literally spent 45 minutes trying to get Spotify to show me like my top listened to songs of all time. Like, it wouldn't work and it was pissing me off. So I spent so much time just trying to sort that out because I wanted to see them so badly. If you guys want to see my top listened to songs, I feel like it's mainly just K-pop, which is not surprising to me in the slightest, but I don't know what this says about me, but those are my top listened to songs. I'd love to know what your guys' top listened to songs are, if you happen to know. But I spent some time doing that. I went to Home Depot earlier today and I got some plant pots so I can pot all of my propagations tomorrow. I'm really excited about that because a lot of the roots on my propagated plants have been getting super, super long, and I think I maybe should have already planted them. I'm not sure, but we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna see how they're looking tomorrow, but like from what I can see, I think they're looking pretty good. But reading updates, let me give you guys a little bit of a reading update on Wolfworm because I have been making some good progress and I'm kind of thinking I want to try to finish it up tonight. Like, it's only 8:30, the night is still young. I feel like I could potentially do it. I'm like halfway through it now. I feel like I could do it, but I'm currently on page 139. I'm on chapter 11, so I'm like a little bit. How does that work? I'm literally like 3 pages over halfway through this book. But I have been enjoying this so much. I feel like it's definitely been a slow build, and there haven't really been those moments of like grotesque horror that I know are coming from this book. Soon. I know they're coming soon. Some of the things that have been set up, some of the insects that we've been talking about, I'm like, I know something nasty is about to happen with all of this. And I feel like I'm ready. Like, I do kind of feel like I'm ready for that. We've been talking a lot about parasitic bugs and them like burrowing into, actually I will not subject you to that. I won't finish that sentence. Just in case you're squeamish, but like, it is kind of nasty at times. Like, if you don't like bugs, do not read this book. Like, I don't like bugs, but I think I can kind of tolerate bug horror. But actually, like, in real life bugs, absolutely not. I was outside yesterday and there was this big ass beetle that was like right next to me, and it had like the little circles on the back of it that kind of make it look like eyes. And I'm like, you know, from a distance, it's kind of cool, but it was like crawling all up on my stuff. I was like, we can exist in the same space. Like, I'm not gonna like kill the bug because like that would just be mean. I'm literally outside in its domain, so I feel like that would have kind of been a dick move for me to like kill the bug. But I was like, we can exist, but like not this close together. And it was flying, oh, no. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Wolfworm. What's it about? But we're following our main character, Sonia, who is a scientific illustrator. And at the beginning of this book, we see her going to this new place where she got a job, where she's going to be working for this entomologist who wants her to draw illustrations of all of his specimens for like, I don't know, maybe a book, maybe a paper. I don't know what he's doing with this stuff. And, you know, she like pulls into the train station. She's trying to figure out like where to go. She tells somebody like, oh, I need to go there. And initially, you know, like they're a little bit uneasy. They're like, why? You definitely like don't want to walk there when it's dark outside. Like weird stuff is like crawling around the woods. Literally the cover, like the little design on it says, I saw the devil in these woods, which like very, very spooky. I don't really know where like this part of the story is going. I feel like there are like a couple of different things that have been introduced. So the devil in the woods thing is like brought up and talked about by a lot of people, and they have a lot of kind of local superstitions in terms of that. But I feel like not a lot has been done with that so far, so I'm very intrigued to see how that plays into the main plot that we're following with like the bugs and the doctor and whatnot. But basically, you know, just like creepy times. Nobody really likes this guy. He lives in like this big manor house with like 2 servants, even though it's a huge place, so you're kind of like, what's that about? Daisy, of course, wants in right now. Hang on. Did you want to come say hello? So she gets to the house and, you know, like the servants are pretty chill, but they definitely warn her that the doctor entomologist guy that she's gonna work with is kind of the worst. He's definitely super particular. He gets very angry quickly. He's very standoffish a lot of the time too. So, you know, like Sonia's trying to navigate this new work environment with this boss who is like literally crazy. Oh, do you want to play with she wants to play with the bookmark? But during the course of her, you know, just like living in this house, doing her job, she encounters a lot of weird stuff going on. Just like a lot of weird happenings, I would say. There's this light that she sees in the forest and somebody may be walking around, so she's kind of trying to figure out what's going on with that. There's this like whole scene with this possum, which is... It wasn't like creepy necessarily, but it's like animals acting in ways that you know they should not be acting. It's just always very unsettling. It's not like scary, but you're like, oh, I don't like it. She's also trying to figure out what happened to the scientific illustrator that used to live in the house before her, and I feel like there are a lot of interesting connections hopefully coming up with that. And overall, I just like have a lot of questions. There are a lot of things that have been revealed throughout the plot that I'm very intrigued by. Some places our characters may be going in the dead of night that are like a little bit creepy. You don't really know a lot about it, but I need to know more. I just feel like I have a lot of questions that I'm really excited to get the answers to. I feel like just like the whole beginning of this book, like the first half has been a very slow build setup of this story, but now at the halfway point, I just have so many questions that I need to know how all of this fits together, what is going on. I feel like it's all very bug related, but I'm not exactly sure how yet. Like I have like, you know, some inklings of ideas, but like I'm just not sure. So I'm really excited to read the second half of this book and see what's going on with that. I'm really liking the characters that we're following. I'm interested in the side characters, but I also do really like Sonia as her main character. And I also really like the way that T. Kingfisher utilizes her being a scientific illustrator. So a lot of the times when we're like, you know, encountering a new plant or a new like animal, or she's just like describing the way that somebody looks, she'll describe them in terms of like the colors that she would use from her like paint palette if she were to paint them, which I think is a really interesting and unique way to describe like the setting and kind of like set the scene a little bit. I feel like I've never really experienced an author doing that before, and I think it's really creative, which truly I expect nothing less from T. Kingfisher. Like she just has so many excellent ideas, and I really like it. It's like a very small detail in this book, but I really like it when that's utilized. And overall, I'm just enjoying this book so much, honestly. I'm having the best time. It is not too spooky yet, but I definitely feel like we're gonna get some creepy bug related moments coming up soon. I feel like I'm almost at the tipping point of the plot where like a lot of things are about to start happening and a lot of stuff is gonna get revealed. So I cannot wait to sit down and read some more of it tonight. And like I said, I want to try to finish it tonight. If I don't finish it, I at least want to get very close to finishing it tonight. So that is my goal for the evening. It is now 8:45, so I feel like I might be able to do that. It's only like 130 pages. That feels super doable. So that is the goal. And that's kind of everything that I have to update you on, because that's all I've really been doing today. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump back into some more reading of Wolfworm. Good morning. Obviously this morning, we are starting off in a little bit of a different spot because I'm going to be doing my makeup this morning, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a little bit more makeup than I usually do today because I'm graduating later today. And I need to give you guys a little bit of a reading update today. So I thought it would be fun to like sit down, get ready for graduation, and just like chat a little bit about what I've been reading, what I've been doing. Hey, what are you doing? That's the real question. Normally I'll put like dishes and cups on my bookshelves, not because I want to, but because if I leave them on my desk, Daisy will inevitably get into them, try to eat stuff. But you know, I wanted to move the stuff off my shelves while I was doing this update, because you could very clearly see it. But the second I did that, she came in and she started, you know, doing exactly what I thought she would do. So I know her too well and I had to move it. But yes, it's currently Saturday morning. Did I do my like few reading heavy days? No, I did not. Who's shocked? But I have finished a book, so I'm just gonna continue this vlog on like normal. And it'll be fine. Honestly, I just don't care if I end up reading all of these books in a short span of time or not, and I'm sure you guys also do not care, so we're pivoting. We're pivoting, and that is okay. What do I need to put on next? I'm honestly not that good at talking and doing my makeup at the same time, but like the thought of getting ready together sounded so fun that we're gonna muddle through it together. So I think I need to put on sunscreen next. I don't even want to talk about the state of my sunscreen right now. This is a sample that my dermatologist gave me, and I wanted to cut it open because there was so much left in this, and I was like, I'm not wasting. But it kind of ended up backfiring, and now it's all over the inside of the Ziploc bag, but that's okay. I do have more of this. I bought a big tube a while ago, but I just kept using this because why would I waste it, obviously. And now this is the state of it, but it'll be fine. We gotta put on the sunscreen, of course. But anyway, what have I been doing? What have I been reading? All that fun stuff. It's currently Saturday morning, like I said. It is currently 7:45. Over the last couple of days, I've been, you know, doing a little bit of reading. I've been getting stuff set up for my new apartment. I've been doing some shopping. I've been setting up like utilities and just getting all this stuff ready. So it's been a busy week, honestly, because I move out next week. And I'm low-key stressing a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but like it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. But I have also been doing some reading. I do have a couple of reading updates for you guys this morning. So while I get started on my makeup, let's talk about that. So I did finish up Wolfworm. I read the entirety of Wolfworm. I read the entirety of Wolfworm like within the first 2 days of me filming this vlog. And I was like, oh my god, I'm like so on top of stuff, ahead of stuff. Like I'm totally gonna do so great at this like 3 days of reading heavy whatever that I was like planning on doing. And then I've only read like 15 pages. Or maybe like, how far am I into Annihilation? I've read 37 pages of that, so like not the best. But I must say I did really, really enjoy Wolfworm. The last half of the book was honestly like crazy. I kind of had like some ideas of where things were going because we have this like spoiler-filled channel on my Discord server for my Patreon, and I accidentally hit one of these spoilers the other day, and it was like kind of a big spoiler, honestly. But I was like, I don't even know why I did it, but like just like something in it, I was like, I need to click the little spoiler box, like I'm gonna do it. And it was about like one of the main kind of like plot twisty things in this book, but like it did make me super intrigued. But like even within the book, I was like, I don't think I ever would have seen that coming. Not in the slightest would I've seen that coming, but I think it is a really interesting like twist to add into the story, and I think it makes a lot of sense given the types of bugs that you are dealing with in this book. But okay, Daisy's leaving. But it was like very just out of left field, honestly, but I kind of liked the twist in the story. I feel like it was a little bit different from how you normally get this sort of element in books. It was like just a little bit different, and I appreciated that. I'm just talking about it so vaguely right now, but I liked it. Basically what I'm saying is I liked the little plot twisty whatever that was happening at the end of this book. I thought it was kind of cool. Overall though, the second half of this book definitely got much grosser than the first half was. Although honestly, I don't think the book was like for me personally, I wasn't really like super grossed out by most of the stuff that was happening. Like I could recognize that it was gross. And like if I ever saw this in person, I don't think I'd ever be the same. But like reading it, I was like, this isn't even like that bad. I don't know, I was expecting like a little bit more bug horror, and like it was nasty, like don't get me wrong, like it was a little bit gross. But it wasn't like I had to put the book down and stop reading kind of gross. I feel like there are definitely like books that I have encountered that like use bugs in like some way. They're not like necessarily bug horror, but like there have been bugs like in horror books where I'm like, I need to stop reading right now. I remember this one scene in Oh, which book was it? It's the one from Grady Hendrix, the really long title about vampires, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I think that's the one. There's this scene where like the main character is crouched in like an attic or something, and there's like a cockroach, and that was nasty. I remember like skipping a page. I was like, I can't read this right now. Maybe that just means I'm getting better with bugs. I don't know. I used to have like, not really a bug phobia, but like I hated bugs, just like due to some personal reasons. I really hated bugs. Apartments that I've moved into with, you know, like bug low-key infestations, but it's been a couple years since that, so like I think maybe I've grown as a person, or maybe this just wasn't that gross. I don't really know. I don't read bug horror ever, so like I don't know. That's all the concealer I'm gonna put on. I've been having a bit of a flare-up on my face recently, and I was looking crazy the last couple of days, honestly, so I think it's maybe gotten better. But yeah, like there were definitely some gross moments in this book, and like some descriptions that I think at one point I was trying to eat breakfast while I was reading it, and I did have to like stop reading while I was eating. Like that is one bridge that I would not cross. I don't know, I didn't find it to be that gross. I was just expecting it to be like more gross given how I've seen some people talk about it, but like I didn't personally think it was that bad. Overall thoughts on the book though, I really enjoyed it. I think this is one of my favorite like horror books that I've read from T. Kingfisher. I like a lot of her horror books. I really enjoy like the Sworn Soldier series. I really liked A House with Good Bones, which I read last year. I think maybe that one remains my favorite. Maybe I just like books that she writes that have like entomologists in it, because I think the main character in A House with Good Bones is an entomologist. Is that right? Am I making that up? I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys, my skin is actually looking so not red today, and I'm so happy about that. For like the last couple of days, I've had like these really bad red patches like around my nose and like on my eyelids, and it's just been a time, honestly. But I called up my dermatologist. I was like, girl, I graduate in a couple of days. Can you please help me out? And she did. So shout out to her, because my face actually looks the same color for once. So that's so nice. But overall, I just really like this book. I love the setting of it because we're set on this like really big mansion that is set like near these woods, and it's very like empty and very creepy and unsettling, and even just like being in the house, like, you know, like weird vibes in the house. But there were also a lot of scenes of our main character like, you know, going out into the woods, investigating things. There's this whole like bit with the book where it's like the devil lives in these woods or whatever. So figuring out like what that pertains to I really enjoy, but even just like the atmosphere that set for the book overall I really liked. I would love for T. Kingfisher to write more like historical set horror, because I really liked this book. I also really like the Sworn Soldier series, which is also like a more historical, creepy horror kind of series. I just feel like the vibe that T. Kingfisher is able to set with these kinds of books was so good. It's just so good, and I always really enjoy it. It's also just books like these and like all the reading that I've been doing recently that just reminds me how versatile of an author T. Kingfisher is. Because like I just finished reading Paladin's Faith, which is like, you know, fun, kind of silly, goofy, fantasy romance. I mean, like, it's a little bit, it's not like super silly goofy. It's got like some serious moments to it as well. But like, you know, it's not horror. But then I jumped to a book like this, which just like they feel like they're written by the same author, but like at the same time, it's hard to believe that they're written by the same author. You know what I mean? But I feel like T. Kingfisher definitely has like still a signature writing style that is very prevalent throughout all of her books. She has like just this wit and humor, and like in a very subtle way that she's able to bring to her stories, which I just always really love. I just feel like it's not funny necessarily. Like, you're not gonna be like laughing out loud reading a T. Kingfisher book. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like some of her fantasy romance books maybe, yeah. But like, especially with her horror books, like they're funny. Like they just have like this wit to them that is very entertaining, and like just great characters that you really like to follow. I don't really know if like I loved the main character of Wolfram. I don't have like a ton of thoughts about her, I guess. I liked her as our main character. I loved her curiosity and her willingness to figure out what was going on. Definitely commendable, because I would certainly not be doing that. She kept seeing these like lights from her window in the room that she was staying in this house, and she was like, I'm gonna go investigate. I'm like, that is best left to the imagination. Because, like, I would not be leaving the house past the hours of, like, 10 p.m., frankly. I feel like the look always comes together more when you use the eyebrow gel. My eyebrows were looking crazy. Like, I do not do my makeup every day, but I do always wear eyebrow gel every day. It's just, like, basic clear eyebrow gel from NYX, but, like, it elevates the look. Am I gonna do anything else? I don't know. I said I was gonna do more makeup, and then all I really did was put on more concealer. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll use some... Maybe I'll use some eyeshadow. I can use my busted... Do I even want to show this? It's so nasty. We're going to show it from over here. The Naked 2 Basics palette from Urban Decay. I don't want to talk about how long I've had this. Says it's good for 2 years. I have had this for more than 2 years. I am still going to be using one of these shades on my eyelid though. I think I'm literally just gonna use like the second lightest shade. God, I feel like a beauty guru doing this. I think I've told you guys this, but like the channel that I had before I had this like reading channel was like, I did like makeup tutorials and stuff. I don't want to revisit those days because like they're not good. Like I'll go back every now and then and just like have a little look at one of the videos. I'm like, why did anybody watch this? And the thing is, nobody did. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Wolfworm. Really, really loved Wolfworm. I just thought it was such an entertaining book, such a great book. Do I have anything else to say about it? I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing a great job of reading updates like while I'm trying to do my makeup. I can't multitask like this. I feel like I can multitask in other areas of my life, but like doing my makeup and talking, I'm just like not very good at. But we can talk about the other book that I decided to start. So I did pick up Annihilation and I've read a little bit of it. I'm on page 36 of it. So I'm not super far in, but it's also not a very long book. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this up like this weekend. I'm kind of aiming for. But I'm really liking Annihilation as well. It is very much like exactly the kind of book that I've been wanting to read right now, especially since it's like, well, it's not summer. Again, like I know it's not summer. But like in my perpetually going to school brain, even though I'm done with school now, but like it still feels like I just started summer break, you know what I mean? Even though it's like it's longer than a summer break, but like those are the kind of books that I want to read like when I start my summer break, like, you know what I mean? Like last year I read like Jurassic Park around this time, and while it's not the same thing, like it's not even close to being the same thing, I feel like it gives the same like tropical sci-fi horror kind of vibe, which I just like really like that every now and then. It's not something I normally go for, but something about like start of summer, want all the tropical horror sci-fi, even though I don't read a lot of it, but like it always just feels like what I should be reading, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do a mascara. You give me a second here. Okay, mascara done. The only thing I need to do is put on my lip combo. I'm using the Clinique Almost Lipstick in Black Honey and the Fenty Beauty Lip Gloss in Fenty Glow. I'm gonna put that on a little bit later though. Oh, my mom's calling me. Hello? I decided to put on my lip combo while I was talking to my mom. But, oh, what is going on there? Oh, that's because I have a little clip on that side. That's why. You know what? I think I need to talk about Annihilation later. Because it's currently 8 and I need to leave in like 15 minutes. So, I think I probably need to go. Well, best laid plans, but I'm going to keep in everything that I told you guys about Wolfworm. I'll give you guys an update on Annihilation later. But I'm so excited. I'm going to go graduate. Initially, I wasn't very excited because like this year has just been not what I was expecting this year to be, and I just really wanted graduation to be over, but like now that it's almost time, I'm like, yeah, this is okay, I guess. Yeah, and I had a good bang day today. Like, I never do anything to my bangs, I always just let them air dry, so it's kind of like a crapshoot every morning I wake up. But, you know, this morning, I think, like, I woke up and they look alright. So I'm gonna go get dressed. I will show you guys, like, what I'm wearing and all of that, but it's time to graduate, and I'm excited. So I will give you guys better update on Annihilation later. It's not like I'm super far into it anyway. Maybe I'll be even further the next time I see you. I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys eventually. All right. We are ready. Here's the look. Got my gown. It's time to go. As you guys will notice, it is many days. Well, actually, I don't know if you could have noticed. I probably could have just told you this was like the next day and you'd never know. But I'm not gonna lie to you. It is now Tuesday. It has been 4 days since I last talked to you guys, since I was getting ready for graduation. I had such a great weekend, honestly. It was so lovely. I actually had 2 graduations to go to on Saturday. I had my own, and then my brother's girlfriend was also graduating that day, so we went to hers later in the day. So that was super nice, and then the next day we went out to eat, and we just hung out, and it was just such a great weekend, honestly. I just had such a nice weekend. And then this week has already been super freaking busy. I move out in 3 days, and I feel so unprepared, honestly. I feel like I have so much stuff left to do. So I'm just gonna try my best with the rest of this vlog, honestly. I think the only thing, I do have like some exciting things that we're gonna do today. Well, maybe just one, because I'm finally going to be giving you guys a long-awaited room tour. I am going to throw that in the end of this vlog. I've been holding off on packing up like anything in my room so I can kind of show you guys a final look at what my room is going to be like before I take everything off the walls and take the bookshelves out and all that stuff. So we're gonna do that in a moment here, but first I have like some other updates and stuff to give you guys. So we'll get into that in a moment, but that's kind of just what the rest of this vlog is gonna include. It's gonna be a room tour and my final reading updates. I also have a knitting update. It has been long enough that I now have another knitting update for you. Honestly, I feel like my recent vlogs have just been so chaotic to me personally. Like, I don't know if they really read that chaotically to somebody watching it, but to me personally, I'm just like, they're just not flowing right for me right now. So I'm sure once I like properly move out and get settled and have less stuff to do every single day, they will feel a lot calmer to me. But like right now I'm just like, oh, what's going on with them? I don't know. But yeah, so stuff, reading updates I do have for you, because I was in the middle on Saturday of talking about Annihilation and then I had to go. I think I left like 5 minutes after I finished filming that update. So I did not have time to give you guys the Annihilation update. However, I have read more of it now and I do feel like I can give you a more substantial update on it. So let's do that really quickly. So I've made it up to page 121 now. I am on chapter 4, Immersion. I must say, I hate the long chapters. I hate a book with long chapters. Like, I understand it's more of a stylistic choice for this, and like the way that it's breaking the book up is kind of interesting into these like different periods of this expedition, because the first one was called Initiation, the second one was called Integration, the third one was called Immolation, and the chapter titles definitely like coincide with the escalation of the situation that our characters are in, so like that's all well and good. But I don't like long chapters. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the book, that's just a personal gripe that I have. But I must say, I have been really enjoying Annihilation so far. I think maybe I was liking it a bit more in the beginning, but I'm still enjoying it a decent amount, and I'm very interested to see where things are gonna go, because just as I said, like with the chapter titles, I feel like we have been slowly building to something, and I just have so many questions about what is really going on here. But just in general, this book is about this expedition that this group of 4 women are going on into Area X. This is apparently like not the first expedition that's been done into this area. There have been, you know, some before that have gone in. What they're looking for, I don't know. She doesn't know. They're kind of just there to scope things out. They have like a biologist, or main character is a biologist. There's a psychologist, an anthropologist, and a surveyor. And there was a linguist at one point as well, but like you find out early, like first couple pages, that she does not make it on the expedition. So just a bunch of like, you know, women in STEM going to investigate Area X and kind of figure out why they're supposed to be investigating Area X. Right from the beginning of the book, there's this weird structure that they come upon, and that's kind of what the entirety of the book is focusing on. Our characters uncover some very unsettling things in this tunnel structure. I don't even know what you would call it. They don't even know what to call it. And I feel like that really sets off like this, I wouldn't call it mass hysteria almost, but like kind of those vibes of everybody's just like super wary about it, not really sure what it could mean. They're getting like kind of weird about it at the same time. So like you as the reader have no idea what's going on. They don't know what's going on, but you're just slowly uncovering more and more information about what's down there as they're moving deeper and deeper into this like very unknown place, which is super creepy, but I'm really liking it. I feel like this book is definitely like a sci-fi horror blend, like I was kind of thinking it was. It's not like, you know, like traditional horror. It's not like scary, but it's just like very eerie in like a natural way, I guess you would say, because there are a lot of like natural biological things happening that shouldn't really be happening. It's kind of like the horror in the uncanny almost, where very normal things are not acting in the way that you would expect them to, which I really, really love that feeling. It's not like, again, like I'm not scared, but it's just like, it's just eerie, and I really like that. Also, as the book has been going on, we've been learning more and more about our main character. We don't know her name, which I do always like that as like a narrative choice. In the beginning, we didn't really know much of anything about her, but in the more recent parts of the book, we've been delving into what her life was like before she went on this expedition, why she decided to go on this, and there were like a couple things with that I definitely saw coming, but just learning more about her previous life and what she was like and her interest in biology and where that stemmed from really gives you a good insight as to why she decided to go on this expedition, because I feel like for the first like 100 pages of this book, you're just like, why would anybody choose to do this, you know? Obviously, like for the sake of scientific discovery, like that's all well and good, but like I wouldn't be doing that. You would not be catching me going into Area X. But discovering what her motivations were for going on this expedition and figuring out like the kind of person that she is, it just makes a lot of sense that she would embark on this weird, low-key kind of suicide mission. Like, we've heard some stuff about the previous expeditions that have been done into this place. Nobody's having a good time in this place, to put it lightly. But at the point that I'm at in the book now, I feel like we are very much on a turning point. I just ended chapter 3, and you know, since this is only split into 5 chapters or whatever, there's always like something that happens at the end of the chapter. So I'm very intrigued to see what this means for the story and where we're going from here. I don't exactly know what's about to happen. Like, my prediction is like aliens, but I'm like, are there aliens? I have no idea. That's just like the general impression that I had of this book before I started reading it. I was like, maybe there's aliens. Whatever's happening here, that looks like aliens to me. But maybe it's, I feel like it'd be honestly kind of more fun if it wasn't aliens, so I don't know. I just have so many questions about this book. On the back of this book, somebody described this book as haunted and haunting, and I would definitely agree with that assessment of this book, because they're just like, oh, like the creepy atmosphere that was created with the situations that our characters are in and just with how those scenes are written is so good. I really like the writing in this book. I feel like it definitely knows how to set an atmosphere, set a vibe without going too over the top, and I feel like it's got me like questioning things and just life in general, and I've just really been enjoying it so far. I'm very intrigued though to see where this book ends off, because I think this is a part of a series. I think it's a trilogy maybe. And I don't know if I'm gonna want to read more in the series. Like, I'm liking this book, but I don't really know if I'm liking it enough to want to commit to reading a trilogy. But I'm intrigued to see where this book ends off, because I want to know if I'm gonna get enough answers to my questions. That just occurred to me. Like, we only have 70 pages left, and this is the first book in a trilogy, so like, maybe I'll read the other ones. I don't know. We'll have to see. You guys will have to let me know if you've read this trilogy. Should I read the others? I don't know. I feel like I always hear people talk about the first one. I feel like I don't ever hear people talk about the second or third one. So thoughts, opinions on that, let me know. But overall, I'm really liking Annihilation, and it's like the perfect book for like my reading vibe right now. So I will be finishing this up today, and I'll give you an update on that a little bit later. And then I also wanted to give you guys a knitting update, because I did work on my sweater some more over the weekend, and if I can hold it up correctly, I now have 2 sleeves on it. Check it out. I am super close to being done with this, and do you want to know the saddest part? I don't think I'm gonna have enough yarn to finish my sweater, which is totally okay, because I can just go to my local yarn store and pick up another hank of this yarn. So it's not a big deal. It's like super close to my house, so like I don't even care. But I was really hoping to try to do this in the 4 skeins that I had, but I really don't think that's gonna be possible, because it needs to be longer. Right now, like, especially since the body is a little bit more on the oversized side, I think cropping it would make it look super weird. So I feel like it needs to be like an appropriate length to balance out the extra width in the body. So I don't think this is gonna cut it. I think I have like 30 grams of this left, which is not enough to like add on a bunch more rows and do the bottom ribbing and all of that stuff. So I think I'm gonna use up the rest of this and see where I'm at with it, but I probably will need another hank of this. I'm assuming they probably even still have the same dye lot and everything for it, so it's gonna be totally fine. But I wanted to try to see if I could do it in 4 skeins. I cannot. I think if I had done the size down, I think I could have been able to do it in 4, but I didn't gauge swatch, and I didn't do that. So these are all just problems of my own making, but what can you do? So that's kind of how this is looking. I'm gonna finish it super soon, I think. I'm really excited. I'm thinking probably within the week I can finish this up, so I cannot wait. I'm just so happy with how it's turning out. Yeah, I finished all the color work though, because I did the other color work on the sleeve, and I'm just super happy with it. It looks so cozy. Like, I'm not gonna be able to wear it anytime soon. Although, like, honestly, I probably could have worn it today, because it's a high of like 60. Yeah, it's a high of 60 today. Beautiful weather, honestly. But alas, my knitting speed is not quite there yet, so I will just wear it whenever I'm able to wear it. Probably like inside my apartment. I could wear it inside. So anyway, that's kind of like my knitting update, my reading update. I don't really think I've done anything else since the last time that we talked aside from that. Just a lot of getting ready to move. It is overwhelming. And just, you know, other stuff has been coming up as well, but I feel like things in my life are finally starting to calm down. It has been, oh guys, it's been a time. But I'm starting to feel much better about just like everything in my life, which is all I needed because I've been so stressed the last like 2 months, but like I'm feeling better. I'm feeling okay now. So let's just jump into it with the room tour. I haven't really like, there are like a couple things that I was gonna do before I filmed this room tour. I was gonna like put some prints back up on the wall that fell down, but like I haven't done that yet. So you're just gonna get the real, not really a raw look because I did clean my room before I decided to start this, but this is just how things are looking right now, and I'm excited to show you. I do wish I could do this like handheld with my camera. I feel like that would be a lot easier, but I have very naturally shaky hands, and that is simply not, that is not gonna work. So I think I'm just gonna like set my tripod up, walk around, point to certain things. I will tell you like where furniture is from if I know. Some of this stuff has just been in my room for a long time, so like I don't know where it's from, but I'm just gonna point out like my favorite things, talk about where some things are from. If you have any other questions about stuff, feel free to ask in the comments. I don't want to like go through and like say every single thing, but if there is like a specific piece that you want to know, just ask me. A lot of it is thrifted, I will say. I've been thrifting stuff for my room since I was like, you know, 15 maybe. I would say like 95% of the decor in my room is thrifted because I hate paying for like new decor. So more often than not, I probably thrifted it, but if I didn't, I can let you know. But let's just get into it. Where should we start? I don't know, maybe we'll start over by the door. We'll go over by the door. All right, starting off by the door, this is just the door that goes out into the hallway. Very exciting. And on the back of it, I just have like various things hung up. I really like a maximalist look in my room, if you couldn't tell by like, you could tell, I know you could tell. So I just have like a bunch of stuff hung up here, honestly. I have like some crochet pieces that I've made that I literally never wear, but I've shown you guys the process of all of these, I think, throughout various vlogs and stuff over the years. I think my favorite crochet piece that I've made, honestly, is this sweater. It's just so colorful. I love the like starburst granny squares that are on it, and I think it's just a very fun piece. Like something that I don't ever wear, especially because it's like acrylic with granny squares, which is honestly just a nightmare for temperature regulation. Like there's so many holes in it, but it's also made out of like acrylic, so it's pretty warm at the same time. And I just like the sensation of wearing it, absolutely hate it. But like the finished piece is really cute. Would I ever wear it? No, but like I really enjoyed the process of making this, so not that mad about the fact that I don't wear it. And I will be hanging this up in my new place because I just really like it. I have like other crochet things I've made too. I have like this tank top, which I never wear. I have my like Nightmare Before Christmas Sally inspired sweater that I never wear. I have various scarves that I never wear. I just feel like with crochet, I like the act of crochet more than I actually like doing much with the end result. So like this is where my crochet projects go to die. And then I just have like various other things. I have like my camera bag, hat, bags, other random stuff. I don't know, but that's kind of what's going on over here. And then we have this little area. I love this little area, and I would like to try to recreate this little area, something to this effect in my new place. Let me move you in a little bit closer. So I have this big like floor length mirror. I actually got this off of my parents' shower. Like they had this like mirror on the outside of their shower when we were younger, and they got rid of the shower, but I was like, I want that mirror. So now it just kind of leans up against the wall here. At some point I'd like to make a like wood border for it, like a frame, I guess you would call it. I have some trim pieces picked out that I would like to make a frame for this with, and I might do that kind of soon for my new place, but like for now it's kind of just like mirror. I don't know, but I think the frame could make it look bigger. I feel like that'd be really cute. But like have a mirror here, various art things. I think all 3 of these are thrifted. I got this really fun like letter mail holder thing from an antique mall a couple of months ago, and I love this thing so much. I keep all of the lovely letters that I get from my friends and family here, and it honestly makes me so happy. So like I've put like some graduation cards and like Halloween cards and all the fun stuff, so I can always see them there. I have my selection of knitting swatches on the mirror here. When I move into my new place, I'm going to be getting like some bigger wire things to put on the wall. It's like a bigger version of what I have over by my desk. I'll show you in a minute. But I want to like better display all of these because I like the swatches. As much as I don't like swatching, I like having the swatches. I actually made this swatch yesterday for a project that I want to start soon. I want to make the Frankie sweater by Petite Knit, and this is kind of what I'm thinking for it. So I made that last night and I blocked it, and I'm really happy with it. So That's kind of what resides there on my pumpkin light garland. I just never took it down last Halloween, and I just kind of like it now, so it just resides there. But I think that's everything kind of for this corner. What I really need to do is clean this mirror. I did not clean anything for the most part, aside from the floor, before I filmed this, so it's fine. Then moving up this way, I have my gallery wall. I love my gallery wall so much. And I will be having many a gallery wall in my new place. I kind of want to probably make the gallery wall smaller because like this kind of like just spans the entire upper part of my room. I have like a chair rail that goes through the center of my room, and like basically the entirety of this side is just filled with stuff that I've thrifted. So I definitely want to maybe like do a smaller gallery wall, but like still have a lot of these pieces together because I like how they look. I've been curating this gallery wall for like 3 years now. I just keep adding and adding and adding onto it. It's been expanding this way recently, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm a little bit sad that I have to take it down, honestly. I think just about every single frame on here is thrifted. I do have like some art that I've put in those frames that is not thrifted. Like this house moving castle print right here is from Natalie Andrewson, I think. She does like really cool, oh, I can't remember what they're called. They're like riso print, or I don't even know, but they're just really cool, and I really like them. And she has a lot of like Ghibli inspired art pieces, which I really, really love. And then that one up there is from a seller on Etsy. I can't remember what her name is, but I will link it down below because I love her. She's stunning. Also, I have this little shelf here, which I guess I should have talked about first, which just holds a bunch of random stuff, honestly. Like it's not really looking too good at the moment. Sometimes I have it styled better. Right now is not one of those times. So I put like my Twilight lunchbox up here. I also put my beautiful graduation flowers that my parents gave me, which I did show you a quick shot of. The 2 shots that I got from graduation day. But look how stunning these are. They're like these beautiful pink and orange lilies, and there's some nice, are these mums? Chrysanthemums? I don't know. I'm not very good with the names of flowers at the moment, but there's like some nice baby's breath, and it's just so beautiful. So that kind of is residing up there right now, right out of the grasp of Miss Daisy, because I know she would try to eat them. And lilies are very toxic to cats, as are most flowers, so gotta keep them up and out of the way. Also, before we completely move away from this area, I do feel like you guys would want to see my giant toad that sits on the ground over here. I got this from my grandma. She recently like downsized into a smaller place, and obviously she wasn't gonna take this big ass ceramic toad with her, so I was like, can I please have this? He was just sitting on the floor of my grandparents' house for as long as I can remember. I don't remember a time where this toad wasn't in their house, so I'm honored that it could now be in my house. And I'm really happy that he's gonna have a better place in my new space, because right now the door keeps hitting him and I feel a little bit bad, but giant toad, absolute essential. All right, moving this way, we have my bed, obviously, and the permanent fixture in my room, which is Miss Daisy. Can you see her? I think you can see her a little bit there. Oh, good morning. She's so cute. Do I have anything to say about my bed? I don't really know. It's just what it is. I've literally had this bed since I was like, well, this bed frame since I was like 4, maybe. It's just been here. I don't know. It's like this nice white metal curly situation. I don't know. It's kind of fun. But for my new place, I'm getting a really beautiful wooden kind of like spindly looking bed frame, which I'm super excited about. It is gonna be gorgeous. I feel like it's gonna look so good with my bedding. This bedding is from Quince, by the way, the beautiful gingham. I feel like it's gonna look so good in my new place, and I cannot wait to set up my bed. It's gonna be so comfy too. I'm getting a bigger mattress. I'm so excited. So I don't think I have much to report over here, aside from like maybe some decorations and such that I have over here. Big one being my 100K plaque, which is going to be going in my office in my new place. Still cannot believe that that is something that I own, frankly, but it has pride of place right here. And then if we turn this way, I have my little book page corner, which I don't think I'm going to be putting up any book pages in my new place. I feel like I've done it, and I feel like I'm done with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really cute in here, but I don't think I want to do it in my new place. We'll see. Maybe I'll be strapped for some ideas for how to decorate the walls. But for now, I'm probably not going to, so we should just enjoy it while it's here. You know, it was really fun. I really like this look, and I feel like it makes the room super cozy as well. Then I have these 2 little cork boards over here, which I'll zoom you in over here a little bit. Hang on. These 2 little cork boards are actually like for hot pots when you put them on your counter, I think. Pretty sure they're from IKEA. I've literally had them basically set up this way since like my freshman year of undergrad. I just keep like moving them like this. I just keep most of the stuff on them. I've changed out some of like the photos and the pins and stuff, but I've been using them for this purpose for a really long time, and I really like the like small corkboard, like small pops of corkboard. I could get like a big corkboard obviously, but I feel like these are just so fun. And I would consider getting more and like making like a whole little like wall. I feel like that'd be kind of cute, like a whole moment with them. You know what I mean? So I really like those. Would recommend if you are like maybe going to college, maybe just looking for a fun way to decorate your walls. Would recommend these. I just feel like they're really cute. Then moving up, I have my print wall. As you can see, there are some spaces that are currently not filled. I have all of these stuck up with like washi tape, I think, so they just keep periodically falling off. I just have like a random assortment of like prints and postcards. I have the beautiful Rochar map, which is from Cass's Etsy store, links below as always. And I think I'm gonna put up something similar to this in my new office, maybe. I'll probably just take all of these off the wall here and put them up there, honestly. I feel like I have a good spot for it. I've been trying to figure out what to do with a certain wall. I feel like this could be a good thing to do with said wall, so this will probably live to my new place. But a lot of these are from Etsy. Some of them I've ripped out of books. Some of them are maps. Some of them are postcards. Some of them are just like little quotes from books that I really like that I've stuck on the wall. Maybe I'll make some more of those. I feel like that could be kind of cute. I don't know, but I just really like this. I feel like it makes it just a lot cozier somehow. I don't know. Then moving over a bit, I have that like wire grid thing that I was telling you about. I got 2 huge ones of these from Daiso when I went a couple of weeks, so I will be expanding my efforts with this in my new office, which I'm very excited about. But I really have loved having this little one. I think I've also had this since maybe like freshman year of undergrad, and it's just like kind of looked essentially the same. Obviously I've changed things out on it, but like it's had the same vibe ever since, you know? But I just have some fun prints. I think both of these are from Etsy. This is from the Infernal Devices, and this is Totoro, obviously. I have a little quote from Chain of Gold, which I really, really love. I have just like little things that I've made. I have this little like charm necklace that I also made just hanging there. I have some little fortunes hanging up. I have this little snowflake that Cass crocheted for me. I have like yarn labels in case I'm looking for them, and just like a bunch of stuff on this. Again, like very busy, very full, I know, but I just really enjoy the look of this. I also have like these leaves up here, which came off of a plant from IKEA. They just broke off the plant, so I thought they could just like add some fun greenery to the wall, so I just kind of stuck them there. And then also in front of that I have my orange garland, which I made for Christmas a couple of years ago, and then I never took it down. Am I gonna put this up in my new place? Maybe. Yeah, I really love this space above my desk. I love kind of like adding things to this. I don't really switch anything out. I just kind of keep adding to it, so yeah, I really love this. I think I got this from like, I don't know, Walmart or something a really long time ago. They're really cheap to buy if you want something similar to this. Then moving down from there a little bit, this is right next to my desk, obviously. I have this bar stool that I thrifted. I think I got this in high school, maybe? This has been with me through many a college move, let me tell you, and you can definitely tell because it looks just awful. I'll probably like give myself a splinter if I try and touch it too much. But this kind of acts as a bedside table. It's more just like an extension of my desk, really, because I have like this little cauldron full of pens. I have this mug full of markers and such. I think I got this from Illumicrate, maybe. I don't remember what book series it's based off of. Maybe like Girls of Paper and Fire? I've never read that series, but it's a beautiful mug. And then behind here, I just keep a stack of Book of the Month books because they look so beautiful together. Look how cute these are. Like all the colors, love them. And then I just have an art print up here in like a clear frame from IKEA. I love how colorful this little side table is. I just think it's so fun. All right, moving up a little bit, I have this shelf. I believe this is the it's a shelf that's from IKEA. They don't sell this anymore, unfortunately. I wanted the shelf for a really long time, and then I saw that it was going discontinued? It's getting discontinued. So I bought one, and I'm really wishing I would have bought 2 because I feel like it'd be really nice to have a matching set of them, but it's fine. I'm not salty about it. I'm fine. I think they still sell this style of shelf in black, but I love like the beech, what is this? Really light wood? Bamboo? I don't know what the hell this is, but the light colored wood, basically. I really like this, and this is, you know, just always next to my desk. I move this around a lot, actually. I'll like pull it away from the window if I need like more light while I'm filming or something, and I'll like push it back if I need to open my closet. It hasn't exactly been a super ideal way to deal with stuff, but it gets the job done, so it's fine. But I really love the look of this shelf. I just like a ladder shelf. But this holds all sorts of stuff. I have like yarn up here, sewing notions, DVDs, plants, journaling stuff. Some of this stuff will be getting like redistributed throughout my apartment. Like I'm gonna put my little DVD collection in my living room, obviously, so I'll have room for something up here. I'm not really sure, but I do like the look of these DVDs on here. And then also over here, if you can see this is my like camera clamp. It's basically how I film journaling shots, like get a top-down shot. This is what I use. It's just like clamped onto this. Although, you know, I'm gonna need something to clamp this onto. So maybe this will need to be in my office. So on the top, I have this little plant. I have this little basket, which just holds a bunch of thread. I have a little acorn basket, bigger basket that basically just holds all of my green yarn. Like, for the most part, this is just a bunch of green yarn. And I also have this little pumpkin, just kind of resides there. Then moving down, I have my DVD collection. For the most part, I think I've just like collected these from like half price, thrift stores, that kind of stuff. I have a plant. I need to water my plants really badly. Don't tell me. I'm gonna do it. I have my little journaling thing. This is also thrifted, but I love this so much. It just holds all of my Hobonichis and my reading journals and my little Filofax, which I don't use much, if at all, but it does kind of just like reside there. I have like my Switch games. I have a unused journal, which is really beautiful. It's from Archer and Olive. It's like the B one. Look how cute that is. But the top 3 shelves on here are my favorite shelves. The rest of them just hold like more DVDs, more yarn, more journaling stuff. It's not super interesting, but that's kind of the shelf. One last view above my desk here. I also have this little hanging plant. I made this little like macrame hanger. This is just a plant from IKEA. For the most part, I have real plants in my room, but I do have some fake plants because it's just so much easier that way. And I also made this little like star garland out of air dry clay, and I think I just painted them with like acrylic paint. Honestly, like a bunch of the acrylic paint is peeling off of this, so like I don't want to touch it too much, but I feel like it's kind of cute. It just hangs from my curtain rod. Honestly, it gets a little bit messy when we get into that corner of my room. Right now I just have like a bunch of like moving stuff stacked over there. I have like lamps and tables and just stuff that is not normally in my room, so I'm not gonna show you that stuff. But if we move this way, we have my closet. I have been slowly packing up stuff in my closet, and the only thing I really have on the shelves right now is my like knit pieces that I've made. I will be transporting those very carefully, so they are not getting shoved into boxes and bags like the rest of my clothing. I will be transporting them with care. But moving this way, we just have some big mirrors. I have a lot of mirrors in my room, not because I'm a narcissist, even though it may present that way. But obviously mirrors make a space look so much bigger, and I obviously want my room to look as big as possible because I spend a ton of time in here. This is like the only place I hang out in my house. So I need my room to feel as big and roomy, but like still cozy at the same time. And I feel like these mirrors definitely do that. So I have like 2 kind of like stacked here. And I'm probably gonna put these in my office like this too, because my office is a little bit small. So I feel like these will add some, you know, dimension or something to the office. I don't know. But then moving here, I'm sitting in my beautiful, beautiful green chair. This is the Strandmon chair from IKEA in like the beautiful dark velvety green color. I love this chair so much, and I will be sitting in this chair so much. This is also going to be going into the office in my new place, and it's going to be like my beautiful reading nook in my office. It's going to be stunning. I also do have the matching ottoman down here, which you guys can like barely see in the reflection here. I actually got the ottoman like a couple years after I got the chair, because for the longest time this ottoman was sold out. Like for years it was sold out. So when I saw that they finally got it back in stock, I was on it so quickly. And always get the ottoman. Like guys, if you're ever questioning it, always get the ottoman. You will regret every ottoman you do not purchase, in my opinion. But yeah, I have my beautiful chair here. I have like this pillow. I have this cat pillow that I got last year during Summerween. Should I have put it up? Yeah, probably, but like it's kind of just out now. See, my problem is I don't have a lot of places to go with my holiday decor. So it's kind of just like staying out. I'll probably put this up when I like get to the new place, but for now it's just been out. Although I'm just gonna have to get it out again in like a couple months for Summerween. Whatever. And then I also have the beginnings of a star blanket, which I started last year. It's a crochet pattern, and I just haven't worked on it at all. I started the crochet like blanket, obviously, and then I learned how to knit, and then I like have not really crocheted much since. So one of these days I'll get back to this. Not right now, but one of these days I'll get back to it. But that's kind of this corner of my room. I love this corner of my room. Very cozy. Love the chair, love the bookshelves behind it. I'll show you the bookshelves a little bit better in a second. And then finally we have reached my bookshelves, which you have seen many, many times before. These are the Billy bookcases from IKEA. Classic. I've had them for like 3, or like one of them I've had for like a bit longer than the others, because I had like one for a while, and then when I fully moved back here, I got like the other 3, and I'm actually gonna be getting yet another one for my new place, which I'm really excited. I'm gonna have like a whole wall of bookshelves, and I have just enough space for another skinny one. So I cannot wait to kind of like shuffle my books around. I love styling the Skinny Billy bookcases, like the defined space that it gives you. I just feel like it's so easy to work with and it always looks cute. So very excited to get another bookcase, but I don't think I have much to say about my bookshelves in here because I've shown them to you. I have done a bookshelf tour recently if you want to go check it out. I did one earlier this year. I don't really think much has changed. Like I'm always tweaking little things about my bookshelves, but like for the most part, they look the same. They will probably look very similar in my new place. I'm probably gonna set things up virtually the same way. I have some ideas, but like virtually I'm gonna have like some of the same shelves. So yeah, those are my bookshelves. I have like a bunch of random stuff stacked on top, which I also showed you guys in my recent bookshelf tour. That has not changed. I just have like some plants and books and puzzles and all the fun stuff up there. So I don't think I have anything else to say about it aside from the fact that I just have like more plants. I added more plants, that's kind of it. But I think that is the end of my room tour. I think I've showed you guys just about everything that I wanted to. Hope that gives you a good overview. All right, so that is my little room tour segment of the vlog over. I hope you guys enjoy because you guys have been asking for a while and I've definitely always wanted to like do one and share it because I really enjoy decorating my space and sharing it with you guys. But I just wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it before, but I feel like this, just like putting it in a vlog, I think it works well. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about anything, please ask. I would try to the best of my ability to let you know where I got something or how I did something or whatever. But I need to get into the rest of the stuff that I need to do today. I need to take Daisy to the vet. She's getting a rabies shot. She's super excited about it. And I need to like call my new place, set some stuff up, read. I'm gonna finish Annihilation today. And I think I'm gonna call that good. I have started Starship like very, very briefly, but I think I'm gonna push that one to my next vlog, which is going to be my moving vlog, which is super exciting. I will show you me like setting some stuff up in my new place. I will come back to you guys in a bit with like a final reading update on this. And then that'll be it. So yeah, I am back with 3 updates. The first one being, oh, I was gonna say the first one being that Daisy's here and then she literally got up to walk away. That is so rude. Okay, so I'm here with 2 updates. The first one being that I am about to lose Yarn Chicken. We are all shocked. I haven't even started the ribbing yet, and this is all of the yarn that I have left. So I will be going to the yarn store tomorrow to get more, but I've made a little bit of progress on my sweater today. I think I've added maybe like a couple inches to it. I think I'm getting close to starting the ribbing, and then I'll be done. I'm so excited to be done. Although honestly, I don't know why I'm excited to be done because it's not like I can wear it right now, but I am excited for like other projects and stuff that I want to do. So I guess I am excited to be done, but hello. The first update is back, but I am kind of kicking myself because I think if I would have done the size down on this sweater, which would have been the size that would have fit me better, I think I would have had enough yarn to do the whole thing, but it doesn't even matter. I don't even care anymore, honestly. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. I think it's gonna be a really cute and oversized, comfy, cozy sweater for winter. So that's just kind of like what these colors are giving me. These very like wintry vibes, you know? Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent with this. Let me give you guys a reading update because I have also finished the other book that I wanted to finish before I finished this vlog. And I finished up Annihilation today. And it was an interesting one, I must say. I wasn't expecting this to kind of go in like the cosmic horror direction towards the end of this, but I definitely feel like it has that vibe. I'm not like super well versed in horror subgenres, so like I might be wrong, but I googled it and the internet told me that this is kind of like cosmic horror. And I've read like maybe 1 or 2 cosmic horror books, and I'm still not really sure if I like cosmic horror as a concept because like towards the end of, you know, like any of those books or like this book, I'm just like, what's even going on? And this one was in like a very interesting way. I feel like there were some revelations that our main character was having about certain people in her life, and I don't want to say too much about it, but I was like, girl, what do you mean? I don't even know like what to think about that and like what that could mean for the situation that's going on in Area X as a whole and what that means for like all of the people that have been on expeditions prior to her. I don't even know. But I feel like this book, like it gave you answers at the end of it, but it also like gave you absolutely nothing at the end of this book. Like for the most part, I still don't know what's going on in Area X, which makes sense since it's the first book in like a trilogy. So really, what was I expecting? I don't know. But like there are some answers to more immediate problems, but like the problem as a whole, I'm just like, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like a little bit intrigued to read the others in the series. I don't even know what the next one is called. Was there also another book written in this series recently? Did Jeff Vandermeer like return to this? Is there a book 4? We have Authority and Acceptance as books 2 and 3. And oh yeah, Absolution. That one came out a couple of years ago. I don't know what that one's about. I don't know how it fits into the original trilogy. Do not ask me. I literally have no clue. What are you doing? Hey, I know exactly what you're doing. She found the yarn. Specifically, she found the mohair. And that's not what we're doing right now. No, it's not. Also, Daisy did get her rabies shot today. And she was thrilled about it. Weren't you? She's going back for it. But overall, anyway, I feel like I've been getting off on a little bit of a tangent. But like overall, with this book, I liked it. I didn't love it. It wasn't like my favorite thing. There were a lot of, you know, like really interesting parts to this book. I really enjoyed the turn that this book kind of took in focusing a little bit more on our main character and about her life and her personality and kind of just what Area X means to her and what this expedition means to her. I feel like it became a little bit of a character study towards like the second half of the book and really dissecting just a lot about her personally, which I find really interesting because you never learn her name. As I said earlier, I really like that as a narrative choice, especially since we're diving so deep into her character. The fact that we never get to know her name, like one of the most basic things about her, I just find to be so interesting. But getting a very intimate look into how she feels about herself, how she interacts with the people around her, how that kind of is bleeding into her interactions with the people that are also on this expedition. All of it was just so interesting. It was just such an interesting book, honestly. I didn't 100% love it, mainly just because of the ending. Because like the ending, I was just like, what's going on? And for some books, I'm okay with like a what's going on kind of vibe. But I feel like when we start to get into more like cosmic horror, wider, like stuff, I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's just like it's too much of a what's going on. So I guess those are my overall thoughts on the book. That I liked it. I really loved like the vibe of this book. I don't know if I'm gonna continue the series. I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions if you have read past the first book in the series. In some ways, I want to say I feel like this can be read as a standalone because you could just like be done with it at this point. Like I feel like I could be done with this book in this series at this point and be like okay with it, especially on this like very open-ended like, well, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do feel like there's more in the series that I have questions about. So just let me know. Just let me know what you think about it and what I should do. I'm glad that I finally read it. It's a book that's been on my like radar for a while. It seemed like a book that I would enjoy, and I definitely did enjoy it. I had a pretty good time reading this. If you guys have any great sci-fi horror recommendations for me, please do leave them down below because I love a sci-fi horror every now and then. It's not a genre that I typically pick up, but I feel like the books that I typically do pick up in like the sci-fi, do I even want to say horror? Just like sci-fi, like good like summer sci-fi. They can be sci-fi horror or not, I don't know, but like just give me recommendations. I feel like I have a few that I want to check out. Maybe I should read one for Summerween or something. That'd be fun. But I like this. I thought it was good. So that is the end of the vlog. Those are all the books that I'm going to be able to fit into this video. I obviously did not do as much reading as I wanted to, which seems to be how all the vlogs are going recently, but I need to move on. I need to move on from this video because I'm going to start filming my moving vlog next, which I am so excited about. It's going to be a lot of moving, but it's also going to be some reading as well. I have some very fun reading plans for my moving vlog, including me actually reading Starships. I think I made it like 25 pages into this one, and that's literally it. I was liking it though. I can tell you I was liking it, so I'm going to be continuing this up. I'm gonna be continuing this next week. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm sorry I did not do as much reading as I said I was going to, but I read 2 good books, so I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, I would love to know if you guys have read either of these books. What are your thoughts on them? Let me know. I'd love to chat about these. Or if you haven't read either of these, do obviously just let me know what you guys have been reading recently. Anything good, anything I need to check out, obviously let me know. Before I go, I would like to thank everybody over on my Patreon. If you are ever looking for more content from me, that is always linked down below. We are going to be doing a spoiler-filled live discussion for Wolfworm in a couple of days over on there, and I'm super excited about it. But with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being the best, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.